Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to a brand new video. This week on the old Magic Roundabout we have got a small Dinky Toys forward control vehicle. Now these are quite small, these. We'll get a measure on it when we get it off the Magic. Yeah, these are almost 00 scale. And they're called forward control vehicles. I'm not 100% sure on the number. I'll have to look that one up. But this one, as you can see, play worn, paint chipped. They're fairly basic. No moving parts except for the tyres and wheels, obviously. So it's just a quickie. We'll chuck this one. They all need doing. Some are more complicated than others, but you can't just do all complicated ones. You've got to do some easy ones as well. Right, as you watch this go round, I'd just like to say, as always, thank you to my new subscribers. Thanks for jumping on board. And thanks very much for my old subscribers for continuing to support me. It's very much appreciated. Okay, thanks very much. Right, let's get it off the Magic then. Get it on the bench. Put a tape on it and see how big this thing is. Okay. Here we are then. Let's get a ruler. Where's the ruler? There you go. Okay. Front to back, 4 inches. That's not very big, is it? 4 inches. Widthways, 1.25 inches. Cab's 1 inch. So it's not big. You got an idea how big that is. Okay, so those guys who work in European, we're talking 100 mil, 10 centimeters, 4 inches. So that's not big. It's quite tiny. It's got crimped axles, as you can see. We'll grind them down. I've done the front axle because I was just trying a way of doing it, but I seem to have knackered that. I've knackered that front axle. So we'll get that off. Yeah, because sometimes when you squeeze these, if you're not careful, you'll break them. And they are quite tough to squeeze flat, so it's best to file them so the wheel slides off. So this is like a cream. So we're going to go back with a similar colour with the blue hubs. Nothing fancy. It's got the one rivet there. We'll take that out. I mean, I could paint it and mask it without taking it off, but it's going to be a ball ache, so it's might not take it off. Okay, so what bit have I got in now? I've got a grinding wheel. I've got a grinding wheel in here, so let's have a go. Ow. Trying to hold back the wheel and grind at the same time. In fact, sometimes it's easier to do it by hand. Sometimes it's easier to do these things by hand. So for those of you who haven't done a crimped axle before, quite common in the early days of Dinky. There was plenty of end play on these crimped axles, a lot in fact, some really quite a lot. You can, if you want, is to cut the axle and you can put an axle tube in and crimp the end down afterwards if you want to, because these things, once you've opened them up, they're not original anymore anyway. So that's your choice. Or you can put a softer axle in, which makes it easier to crimp down afterwards, because these are quite tough to crimp down. You need something quite heavy to squeeze them down. What you're after is just enough to get the wheel off. That's what you're after, just enough to get the wheel off. Turn that round now. Bit of a slow process. I'll have to have a few goes at it. If you want to protect your wheel hub, you can put something over there, a piece of plastic, if you want to. But I usually smooth these hubs out with a sandpaper anyway, because they're all got dings in them. So I'm not that overly bothered about it. But there again, this is all about choices. The choice is yours, whichever method you feel comfortable doing. This is not intended to be a long video. That's why I chose it. Not quite there yet. Nearly. Right, you've got the general idea. I'm going to carry on off camera and get this off. It's not far, so otherwise I'm going to take forever on the video. Okay, that's the axles off. So that's all the axles off. There's the wheels. I've took the base plate off. It was only a very thin rivet, and I did it with a pin vise rather than, I'll leave the toe hook on. So I just threw there, out there. So that's it, it's ready for stripping. So we're going to strip that, strip the wheels. So that'll all go in the stripper. And we'll probably strip the base as well. So we are left with, that don't belong in there. There's only one rivet, so I'll put that back in there. So we've got the one rivet, two axles. We'll clean these up with in the drill, because that's a little bit bent, that one. You see that? It's got a banana on it. So we'll get these over the stripper and we'll strip them off. and then we'll come back and we'll get the wire brush on them. Right, back from the paint shop, all painted like a primrose yellow. I started painting the details, the lights at the front. I don't think you can see that very well because it's very bright, the colours bouncing off the light. Filler cap, lights, side light, and I painted silver around the grille. You can't, I'll try and keep it tilted down. I've got to paint the black infill for the radiator now and the silver bumper. I've done the rings around the fuel tank and the filler cap. Door handles are done. I've got the towing hook to paint black. The wheels are painted blue, Ford Olympic blue. This is a Wilco's Primrose yellow. So that's where we're at the minute. I'm sorry I'm not showing you the detail painting, but as you know, this is you're watching this video, it will be pre-operation, so I'm struggling to do the details, especially I need a lot of aids. I've got this big magnifier here. I mean, I can put it in front of the camera, but it makes it all awkward for me to maneuver things, so you'll have to put up with it until I'm back on form. Okay, so I just sort of keep you informed. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just put my other gig lamps on. I've got some of these other things here, and I'll just do this. I don't think you're going to see that much because it's the colour of the truck is bouncing off the lights, bouncing off it. But we'll get some of it done anyway. But when I do the beginner's guide, I'll spend a video on detail painting. So all the information of how I do the detail painting will be within that video. And then that video will go onto the playlist for people to reference if they want to. I can't be fairer than that. It's bouncing off of me. I'm struggling to see it. This is very small, this. It's almost matchbox size. No, it's not. Dinky series Duplo or 00 series was designed for the Hornby or Triangle railways. But this is not designated Duplo or 00. But I would say it's very, very similar in size. I can't really a job to see that. Anyway, it's there. So I'm going to carry on now, because I've got some bits to do along the top and along the bottom. This is easy enough, I can see that easy enough. Tell you what, I'll be glad when Tuesday's here, I'll get the sodding thing done. It's becoming a bind now. Not just for doing this sort of stuff, everything, driving, everything, it's becoming a pain. Right. Okay, I'm going to finish this off then. I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, that's all the details painted. That's the black grille. Painted the black radiator in. Bands around there. I put the back axle in. I had to crimp it. I needed both hands and plenty of space to squeeze the ends in, because they're crimped, obviously. And I've done the same with the front. Crimp those in. I've got to touch that up there. Made a bit of a boo-boo there. Caught that. So we're going to do that. These tyres, I tried 15-inch smooths, and they were a bit tight. And unfortunately I haven't got any 14s. I've got some on order for another job. So these are 12s. And they're not too bad. They look alright. These are 12s. So I think probably need 14s in there. 15s just catch the arches there. I've done the toe hook, painted the toe hook. So we're good to go. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to attach the base, and then we'll get it on the magic roundabout. This is what we started with. Dinky Toys forward control vehicle. Battered and play worn. And now have a look how we ended up. There you go. This is what we ended up with. Dinky Toys forward control vehicle. This is like a primrose yellow. Blue hubs. Towing hook. I've got a load of scaffold planks in the back there. Yeah, quite a simple one, this one. Just a quickie. These are all got to be done anyway. This part of my restoration collection need to be restored. Front end all done. Radiator grille. Bumper, lights. Yeah, they've all got to take a turn. They've all got to be done. Some are boring. Some are straightforward. Some are complex. But they all take their turn in the queue. Well, I hope you like this one. I appreciate you all watching. Everybody. Thanks for your kind comments. And best wishes to all. And I will see you on the next one. Well, watch this go round again. There you go. Yeah, and this is tiny. 4 inches long, that's all. Okay then. See you next week. Bye for now.